located at the tip of Manhattan in the heart of Battery Park. My name is Kevin.
And I'm Kiara. Our college is a state-of-the-art campus uniquely designed on 8 different floors of our building. Nyack is conveniently located off the 1, 4, 5, RW, and J subway lines, and the Staten Island Ferry. It's just a few blocks away from Wall Street, historic Trinity Church, and One World Trade Center, places that have provided leadership that shape our nation and change the world.
This is an exciting place to go to college. From the moment you step on campus until you graduate, you'll find faculty, staff, and fellow students who are committed to helping you complete your college education, pursue your hopes and dreams, and fulfill God's calling on your life.
At Nyack, we seek personal transformation for students in a learning environment that inspires them to be both socially relevant and globally engaged. Located in the middle of one of the world's greatest cities, we are intentional about diversity, so you'll have classmates from different socioeconomic backgrounds, cultures, and ages. We have also been recognized to be the most ethnically diverse Christian college in America.
So listen, on this tour, you'll hear from several of our friends about their Nyack experience in the classroom, as well as the social and spiritual environment of our campus. So let's meet some of the students that make up our Nyack community.
Welcome to the School of Music and the School of Education, located on the 22nd floor. As a Christian and aspiring concert pianist, Nyack College was the perfect place for me to attend. We have extremely talented and professionally experienced professors who have worked in the arts as committed Christians for decades. Because of their example and mentoring, I've developed my musical skills and talents, and I've grown spiritually.
We're here on the 20th floor where the College of Arts and Sciences is located. I'm studying psychology because I want to help people, and learning about the mental and emotional factors that impact them will allow me to better understand their needs. Both psychology and social work equip us to understand people, their environment, and the dynamic relationships between them. We learn about serving people who need hope and healing, and we acquire skills and develop values to bring holistic healing to individuals, families, and communities. Nyack also offers graduate degrees in mental health counseling, family and marriage therapy, and social work. This will make it easy for me to continue my education and earn a graduate degree in a Christ-centered learning environment.
It's one thing to be a student. It's another thing to be a successful student. We have many resources available to help you succeed academically here at Nyack. There's our library where students come to study, research, and work on group projects. You have access to these computers, and we have 4 additional computer labs. Nyack also provides a writing center with instructors to help you excel in becoming a better writer. The Writing Center hosts creative writing and poetry events to showcase the vast talents of our student body. Another resource is the Tutoring Center, where you can receive one-on-one support for any of your classes. Many students credit both the Tutoring Center and the Writing Center as the backbone of their academic success. Their resources and small class sizes help ensure you are getting the most out of your college education by learning in a dynamic and engaging environment. Our faculty and staff want us to be successful learners, and they go out of their way to provide avenues that assist the learning process. And at Nyack, you'll find fellow students committed to encouraging you in your academic and spiritual pursuits.
While getting a degree is the primary reason we do go to college, the relationships you build and experiences you have with fellow students and faculty are an important part of college life. I came to Nyack as a transfer student, and I found a welcoming community. I found a community life to be a place that affirmed my commitment to Christ and my future.
You can participate in our clubs like Students Against Hunger, Living Waters Dance Ministry, a dedicated prayer ministry, or you can even start your own student organization. We host game nights and holiday parties on campus to celebrate our diversity and our faith.
One of the most significant community gatherings for us is chapel. Twice a week, we are led in worship by student bands and challenged by the word from preachers and speakers from all over the world. It's where we gather to recharge and reconnect.
College life is challenging. Coming together for worship reminds us that we're not alone. We are united together with others in our faith journey.
Well, that's a glimpse of our Nyack campus.
We hope that you'll join us soon and make Nyack your college for your future.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to our Nyack College men's basketball chat. My name is Emma Webb. I am the admissions counselor for all student athletes here at Nyack, as well as the head women's soccer coach. As much as we would love to have you all on campus to meet face-to-face, we're super glad for technology that makes an event like this possible. All right, let's get started. Now, before we begin, you'll notice that you're all muted and your cameras are off. That's because this is a Zoom webinar. Don't worry, your voice does matter. We would like you to notice the Q&A tool that is located at the bottom of your screen. If at any point you have a question during our time tonight, please feel free to use this tool and we'll make sure that those do get answered right away. Now, if for whatever reason there is a disconnection, just make sure you use the same link that you logged on right now to log back in. Tonight, we'll start with a brief introduction to our college. Following that, I'll introduce my admission staff. From there, we'll hear from Coach Jones as he provides some insight into his program. We'll move right into introducing some of our current athletes and get to the bulk of our program, which is the Q&A time with Coach and his athletes, and we'll give you some closing remarks and next steps. All right, let's get started with a brief introduction.
As a student at Nyack College, you will be participating in our more than century-long legacy and mission of preparing men and women to take the whole gospel to the whole world, while embracing our core values of academic excellence, global engagement, intentional diversity, personal transformation, and social relevance. At Nyack College, faith, friendship, academics, and vocation intersect in New York City to form a transformative and spiritually rewarding college experience that prepares our students to work and serve faithfully anywhere in the world. Like the city itself, Nyack's state-of-the-art facility in Lower Manhattan has a lot to offer you, such as its extensive library, modern classrooms and science laboratories, music composition lab, rehearsal studio, writing lab, group counseling observation space, and grab-and-go food service in the student lounge. Additionally, situated in the heart of Manhattan's financial district, Nyack is a uniquely diverse community with easy access to industry influencers and innovators and nearly 50 academic programs. In addition to all of the benefits that come with its dynamic New York City location, Nyack College also gives its students the opportunity to live in a historic building in the center of the Jersey City Arts District. Located just a short commute away from campus, our Jersey City Spacious Dorm Suites are newly constructed and offer students free Wi-Fi, private bathrooms, kitchenettes with a refrigerator and microwave, a new fitness center, a computer study lounge, several laundry rooms, and a food court-style food service program. Nyack College offers a Christian academic community where your professors care equally about your intellectual and spiritual growth.
I work with two of what I think are some of the best counselor assistants, Larea Schmidt and Milena Ricken, and both of them will play a key role in ensuring you have a smooth admissions process and transition to Nyack. Larea also serves as our assistant women's volleyball coach, and she's actually just coming back from a game tonight. And Milena is currently in the MBA program here at Nyack, as well as a captain for our women's soccer team. If you're an international student, your key point of contact will be myself and Milena. If you are an American student, Larea and I will be working closely with you. All right, I'm excited to turn things over to Coach Jones as he shares a little bit more about his program here.
I want to welcome you guys to the webinar, and just so I can share just a little bit about our program. Like Emma said, I'm the head men's basketball coach. One of the biggest things we strive for in our program is just making you guys a better person on and off the court and developing your faith. We love to get after it in the classroom. We're big on men of character and giving back to our community. And at the end of the day, if this is a program for you, you're going to come out a better man. You're going to come out with a degree, and you're going to be ready for the next challenge in life.
Right. We encourage you again, if you do have any other questions, just make sure you use this Q&A tool and we will get those answered for you. All right, on to our athlete introduction. We're joined by a couple current players, and Jordan, I'm going to turn things over to you to start with introductions.
Thanks, Emma. I just want to welcome you guys to this webinar. We're excited to have you here. My name is Jordan Rodriguez. As you can see, I'm a junior guard, and I'm from Orlando, Florida. This is my 3rd year here at NIAC. I've been here since my freshman year, and I've absolutely loved it. Lou, would you like to introduce yourself?
Thanks, Jo. Hi, guys. My name is Luis Escobar. I'm a senior guard. This is my 2nd year at Nyack College. I've been playing for Coach Jones for these past 2 seasons. It's been nothing but great times, a lot of learning on and off the court, a lot of going into my faith. And it's been great coming from junior college, where it was a grind in junior college, and now I'm at this school. Everybody in coach, from the staff to the professors, everybody's been great, and I love the atmosphere here at NIAC.
Thanks, guys. All right, Q&A time. This is going to be the bulk of our time spent together tonight. And the first question I have is, what makes you proud to be a part of the Nyack College men's basketball team? And Coach, we'll start with you on this question.
Well, I actually went to Nyack and graduated from Nyack as well. So I think what makes me most proud is the tradition of Nyack men's basketball and the tradition of the school. It's a school like no other, meaning everyone has an aura about them and truly cares for your well-being. And I don't think you're going to get that at any other school. You talk about faculty and staff that call you by your name, who are willing to engage with you and develop a relationship with you outside the classroom and want to see you become a better person. I've had professors lend a helping hand with me getting jobs. I've had professors help me with my resume. I've had coaches, assistant coaches, everyone around Nyack really wants you to be a better person. And I think with big, huge universities, sometimes you get just lost in just being a number. And at Nyack, what makes us different is our faith. And we want to see our players and student athletes grow within their faith. But also we care about their well-being. And you'll see right when you guys come on campus that everyone is engaged and everyone wants to develop a relationship with you guys.
Thanks, Coach. And you mentioned not just being a number. Our ratio is actually 13-to-1 student to professor. So you're not lost in one of those lecture hall classrooms. You really get that one-on-one attention that is really, really valuable.
Yes, exactly.
And Jordan, on to you. What makes you proud to be part of this team?
Yeah, I guess basically saying, piggybacking off of what Coach said and what you said, I think just the environment here is just, it's been great. Since my freshman year, I've just been welcomed with open arms from professors all the way down to athletic directors, coaches, either from other sports as well. They just have that relationship with you. Call you by your first name. They know who you are. They respect who you are, and they'll have a conversation with you and just out of the norm and just see how you're doing. I think even in the classroom, I've called my professors by their phone number, and they've picked up and they've just had conversations with me about future and my plans, and they just have a sincere interest in what I want to do in my future and what I want to do here at Nyack. But yeah, I guess just that would be the best part. And then also being a part of the basketball team is also playing for a coach that is willing to invest in you day in and day out, on and off the court, in your faith. It's not just in season, it's off season. When you're back home, he's giving you phone calls here and there. And I just think it just all ties into the environment here at Nyack is what makes me most proud to be a part of this basketball team.
That's a really good answer. And Luis, what about you? What makes you proud?
What makes me proud about being on this program is the fact that, like, Coach, he doesn't see us as another player, as a another number that he's gonna be able to call on to win a game. Like, he really sees us as humans, like as a brother. I could come to coach for whatever is needed. Like I've had long talks with coach. I've been able to like break down in front of coach because that's the type of environment that is created here. It's a brotherhood, really. Like I remember on my first visit when I came back in like 2018, like I met Jordan Rodriguez in the lunchroom, and from that moment on, I knew I was going to become friends with him because that's how he came off towards me. And at school itself, everybody here, they call me by my first name. Everybody's always eager to introduce themselves, to say hello. Like I'm kind of a shy person at times. So when people come and do that, it like makes me more comfortable. And the environment is a lot easier to be around, especially being so far from home.
Thank you for those answers. Now, a lot of what you said probably is what makes your team stand out, but what would you say specifically? I mean, Lewis, you're coming from JUCO. Jordan, I'm sure you were looking at some other schools. What makes this team really stand out from some of those other programs that you were looking at or that you've even been a part of? And Lewis, we'll start with you on this one.
Okay. Here at NIAC, like the Christian faith, you know, me growing up, I've always been faithful. I always had faith in the Lord. I know I wouldn't be here without God. So being here around coach and my teammates with strong faith, it makes me become a better man, you know, and it allows me to take that back home and share that with my family, with my friends.
Awesome. And Jordan, what about you? What makes this program stand out from others?
Oh yeah, for sure. Just piggybacking off of Lou said, and it kind of ties into the last question. It's the environment. We bring that environment on the court. Whereas we win or loss, we're praying after the games on the court with the other team. I actually think my freshman year we won the conference sportsmanship award. So win or loss, we know that there's a bigger plan, there's a bigger purpose, and that our lives aren't solely about basketball. It's off the court as well. So I think that's one thing that makes us different when it comes to other teams. And also on the court, we're known as you're not going to outwork us on the court. Everyone in the conference knows that Nyack is going to be a tough team to play every time you play them. No matter how many times you play them, home or away, Nyack is going to give it 110%, and we're going to work hard, and you're going to work hard for a W or a L. Doesn't matter. But yeah, that's what I think stands out most.
Awesome. Coach, you touched on this a little bit, but what are you looking for specifically in a student athlete for your program?
I mean, I think you just said it. We're looking for a student athlete, a guy who's going to, one of the things we love to say is put books before basketball, books before ball. You got to be locked in the classroom. You got to be willing to get better on and off the court. And you got to be coachable. You got to be willing to take criticism, and you got to be willing to serve your teammates and serve your community. We are a brotherhood, and we are family, and we preach that. Not only do we preach it, but you see it when you're around us. So, you just got to keep the faith and pick your brother up when he falls. We're looking for guys who are willing to just lock in with their brothers and make sure their brothers are a better person. We're not looking for guys who focus on their self while other people are doing the wrong things. We're looking for guys who are willing to bring their brother along with them, make sure he's on par with his grades, locked in the classroom, on and off the court. We're just looking for guys who are willing to sacrifice for the betterment of the program.
Now back to players only. What do you guys appreciate about the way your coach leads your team? I'm hearing a lot about this brotherhood. So what do you appreciate about what he does to really create that environment and that atmosphere? Jordan, we'll start with you on this one.
Yeah, it kind of goes to just what we've been talking about this whole time. He builds this environment, whereas it's more than basketball. It's about who you are as a man and how you grow in your faith and your character. And coach continues to remind us that. I think one thing about coach is his humility, and he continues to remind us how humbleness can get you a long way. He reminds us about how he's not even perfect as a coach. He's just trying to perfect us, and just to have that leadership, it just gives you more comfort as a player to know that you're being led by a man that's it's more than basketball to him, and it's more about how you are as a man on and off the court.
Thanks, Jordan. And Lewis, over to you for this.
Yeah, coach, he does so much for us that like a lot of people don't even think about. Like I don't think I had a coach that's done so much for us. Um, Coach late nights, early mornings, always on top of everything, always making sure we're still in the faith. And the thing I love about Coach that he always brings alumni around us. Um, Yesterday we had a study Bible with an alumni from the program, and when he comes around and he speaks to us, like he brings a lot of wisdom and knowledge, and every time we hear his words, like I use it in the next day. So coach always makes sure it's like he said, it's a brotherhood. So once you're here, you're always a part of this family. So that's what I love about coach. Like it's always a lot bigger than basketball. It's always more than just basketball. It's life.
That perspective is really important. And recruits that are listening, you guys know that you're going to spend the most time with your teammates and with your coaches. So having a coach that really cares about, what's going on outside of basketball, and you're more than just what you do on the court. That's so important to your experience and your development. On to our next question. I like hearing a lot about the alumni, and there's something that's happening here at NIAC that's really keeping these alumni around and wanting to come back. How has NIAC impacted you so far? And Coach, we'll talk to you first on this one.
Yeah, to be honest, the alumni is everything. We really love to stay engaged with our alumni. Once you graduate from NIAC, you're always a part of the family. So we have guys working for FCA. We have guys playing professional overseas. We have players working on Wall Street. We have players working for Google. But the biggest thing about all that is they always come back and give back to our program. I have, alumni coming back, talking to my guys about business plans, helping them with their resumes. And all my guys have their phone numbers. We have guys, Dave Julian is one of the alums here who helped us out this entire year, does Bible study huddles with my team. It's just really about the family atmosphere. So what you're going to get with NIAC is you're going to get a village of alumni that want to see you do great. It's not just me. It's not just my coaching staff. We keep our guys engaged with alumni who want to see them do great things on and off the court. And, you might have some alums come back at other colleges, but I guarantee you're not going to have the alumni group that we have invested in you and want to see you do great.
And Jordan, over to you for this one.
Yeah, Coach hit it right, hit the nail right on the head. I think for just an example of based off like what he said, we had just won a game versus, I want to say, Georgian Court, and we're told, boom, we have an alumni making lunch for us. So we go over and we have lunch and we chatted up, and he was just so proud of how we played, and win or lost, I think that lunch would have been there. And I think just to hear, I think even my freshman year, after we won a game, I got an email from a financial counselor saying good game. So I think NIAC, as like I can continue to say, the environment, they really bought into the basketball program and just sports in general. And it showed me a lot of how a community is, and how you can be accepted, and it can just rub off and just create this aura for you, and that it makes you want to give more of yourself to them as well. But yeah, that's how NIAC has impacted me, just being there for me, win or loss, when I'm down or when I'm up. They're just always there.
And Lewis, what about you? How has NIAC impacted you so far?
NIAC has impacted me in a lot of positive ways, especially with the alumni. They come in and they show a lot of love, a lot of time to us. And that's like the environment you get here at NIAC. I know by the time I'm done with this place and I come back years from now, I'm gonna be the same way. Like I want to be invested in the kids playing here at the time, because that's the only way we'll become better, you know, coming back, helping out, giving time. And here's it's like a community. So it's helped me become a lot friendlier with certain type of people. And it's just the environment, you know. It's a selfless environment. And that's what I love about Nyack.
I can definitely vouch for this alumni community. When I started at Nyack back in 2019 and I would go to basketball games, like every basketball game, I was getting introduced to a new alumni. I'm like, how many of these guys keep coming back? And they were just so excited to be there, so excited to share what they had learned and their experiences and how they could pour back. It's pretty impressive. Next question for Jordan Lewis. What are some things you guys do in your free time? I know Coach thinks you're, shooting hoops all the time, which I'm sure that's part of it. But what else do you do in your spare time? We're in New York City, so there's lots to do. And we'll start with Jordan for you on this one.
My free time, it's COVID, so it's been really tough. Our team has been focusing on really like staying inside more often and really just staying safe during the season. So we're staying healthy and stuff. But playing video games, the usual. Playing video games, studying. That's just about it. I think this year, COVID year.
This year, yeah. COVID makes it a little bit tough. Lewis, what about you? What are you doing in your free time right now?
So before COVID, on my free time, I used to just get in the gym all the time, put in more shots. And since COVID, it's been less of that. So video games has gone up. I'm playing a lot more video games. I get on the phone a lot with friends and family back home. And I'm a foodie, so like I just like to look up some mom and pop shops around the area and go have some good eats. And that's basically it.
Coach, I will vouch for them. I do see both of them in the fitness center quite a bit. So they're doing more than just video games and food, yeah. I will say. But speaking of a little bit of our residence facility, we just moved into a brand new residence facility this past fall. So I just want to share a little bit more of an in-depth look at that. And even though, yeah, our players are staying inside right now, they have it pretty good staying in the dorm.
That's nice, for sure.
In case you couldn't tell, Lewis was actually featured in that video, getting some nice screen time there.
Nice screen time.
I know that you guys are looking ahead at playoffs right now, but what has been the highlight of your season so far? And Lewis, we'll start with you for this question.
My highlight of the season has been, when we played Dominican at their gym. It was a big time game, and we came out with a lot of energy. Dominican did as well, and it was a very tough game from beginning to end. And it felt really good getting the W at the end, and then seeing Coach how much time and effort he's put into getting that W, and seeing Coach's reaction, emotions after the game. That was my highlight.
And Jordan, what about you?
Dang, he stole mine. But I would say, I don't want to go too deep and go like too kind of like emotional, but I would say the first official practice, coming back, having a long layoff, not really having a preseason, and just seeing the guys again, and then just being back on the court, having that opportunity to do so, and knowing how hard the Nyack staff has worked on getting us a place to practice, and just having a safe space, and then just getting back with the team. That would be my highlight, other than the big DC win, which is a team that won the conference last year. So
I definitely think that you guys and the program definitely gave a lot of us in the athletic department hope. You guys were the first game back since COVID happened. And I was working that game, working the shot clock, and I was just so excited. Like, look, we're back. We're playing sports. We're doing this and we're doing it safe. So it definitely can imagine how that first practice felt as well. Coach, what about you? What has been the highlight for you so far?
Well, I'll give you some highlights because I'm very proud of these guys. It's been a magical year. It's been a difficult year, but it's been a magical year at the same time, and God has been good to our group. The Dominican win was huge. You talk about a team that was ranked second in the region, nationally ranked 24th in the country, and we went over to their place and took the victory. I'm very proud of this group, man. They've been through so much difficulties with COVID, just sacrificing. This is a special group, and I feel like, we could play with any team in the country, and we could beat any team in the country just because of their hard work, their effort, and their energy. And these guys embody everything that I want as a player. And then, being on the road, these guys has pretty much been ranked in the region the entire year. And that's the first time since I can remember Nyack being ranked when they're NCAA, ranked in the region. So I'm very proud of that. And the last thing I would say is, getting the bid to the national tournament, to the NCAA tournament, it's right at our fingertips. And we're looking like we may get a bid. So those are the things that I'm proud of. But first and foremost, last but not least, is seeing them grow each and every day within their faith and becoming a better man. That's the last thing that I don't want for our players. I don't want you to ever come here and not grow. And these guys, I can see it every day that they're growing, that they're becoming better men, that their faith is growing. And, they are tough, hard-nosed competitors on the basketball court. So that's what I'm proud of. I'm very proud of this group.
It's been a fun season so far. We're excited to see where it continues to go. Last question I have for our players is, what advice would you give recruits starting this process? And Lewis, we'll start with you on this one.
Advice I would give to the recruits is basically, do as much research as you can on the school, on the city, especially Jersey City and downtown Manhattan, just so you can get familiar with your environment. Looking at our games, making sure, that's the type of style you like to play, and evaluate yourself. Coming tonight, coach, he wants hardworking guys, guys that have high standards, and guys that gonna come in and be selfless and put their brothers above yourself. So if you can do all of that, then that's what you need to do.
Awesome. And Jordan, what advice would you give?
Lou, you said everything that was in my mind. Probably one thing I would add would just be the relationship you have with the coach, whether that's Coach Val or any relationship your school you're looking at. We hope it's not, but just the relationship you have with your coach, I think that plays a big part. And also, like what Lou said, where you're gonna be at, because you're gonna be living here literally on campus. See this campus, you're gonna see the area every day, waking up. You gotta want to be here. I think that's one thing that's very important. The want to be here, and that just the relationship with coach, and just looking up in your environment, and making sure you're comfortable living in a space that you choose.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Coach, I just want to turn things over to you just for any other closing remarks and things you want to leave these guys with tonight.
We really stressed the academics piece about our program. So last semester we had over a 3.0 CUME GPA. Our goal is always to be over a 3.0 as a group. And you have a lot of resources here at Nyack College Writing Center. You can use the iTutor webinar to help you with any type of assignments. But what you're gonna get from Nyack is just a program that's gonna make you better, people who care about you, and people who want to see you grow on and off the court. and want to see you become a better man and develop your faith. I think that we are a tremendous college, and we're continuing to grow and get better each and every day. And if I was in you guys' shoes, I would definitely be looking at Nyack.
Thanks, Coach. So what's next from here? We want to get you guys moving forward, and the best way to do that is to apply. Tonight we do have a fee waiver code, visit day. So if you use this, your application is completely free. We want to get in touch with you and we want to hear from you. So get your phones out, make sure you grab a picture of this information. We will also be sending out a fact sheet after the event. So you'll have this information, but be persistent. We want to hear from you. We want to help you through this process. And we want to be able to do that as quickly as we can. We know that college is a big decision, and we know that it's not always easy. So we're here to help you guys. We're here to make sure that we get those questions answered and that we can really help you in the transition as best we can. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We hope that you've learned a little bit more about not just our school, but our men's basketball program and what the inside scoop really looks like on that. We're going to close out with a video, and I hope to hear from you guys soon.
As a student at Nyack College, you will be participating in our more than century-long legacy and mission of preparing men and women to take the whole gospel to the whole world, while embracing our core values of academic excellence, global engagement, intentional diversity, personal transformation, and social relevance. At Nyack College, faith, friendship, academics, and vocation intersect in New York City to form a transformative and spiritually rewarding college experience that prepares our students to work and serve faithfully anywhere in the world. Like the city itself, Nyack's state-of-the-art facility in Lower Manhattan has a lot to offer you, such as its extensive library, modern classrooms and science laboratories, music composition lab, rehearsal studio, writing lab, group counseling observation space, and grab-and-go food service in the student lounge. Additionally, situated in the heart of Manhattan's financial district, Nyack is a uniquely diverse community with easy access to industry influencers and innovators and nearly 50 academic programs. In addition to all of the benefits that come with its dynamic New York City location, Nyack College also gives its students the opportunity to live in a historic building in the center of the Jersey City Arts District. Located just a short commute away from campus, our Jersey City spacious dorm suites are newly constructed and offer students free Wi-Fi, private bathrooms, kitchenettes with a refrigerator and microwave, a new fitness center, a computer study lounge, several laundry rooms, and a food court-style food service program. Nyack College offers a Christian academic community where your professors care equally about your intellectual and spiritual growth.